All right, let's look at 3 Minnesota Vikings we need to see less of after the bye week. All right, welcome back to Onebar and Lupagus show. I am Lupagus, and today we're talking about 3 Minnesota Vikings we need to see less of after the bye. Onebar took the more positive version of this yesterday, and now I get to be negative Nancy and go all negative on your ass with some guys we want to see less of for the final 5 games of the season. Before we do that, be sure to subscribe to the channel and also become a YouTube member. As little as $2 a month gets you exclusive content and also in monthly drawings. Just support us. You can also get a Christmas card if you email us your address, onebarlupagus@gmail.com. Those should be delivered very, very soon by the postman. All right, let's talk about 3 Vikings we need to see less of moving forward here after the bye week. And let's start with Patrick Jones. And really, we just don't need to see him. We need to see less of him because he's not doing anything. PFF grade overall is 34. 34, absolutely horrible. He has like 9 tackles on the season and no pressures, never in the backfield. I know Brian Flores was saying, oh, Patrick Jones does the dirty work. I want to start seeing him do some of the clean work, start making some damn plays out there. Patrick Jones, I mean, the guy who really I thought was going to actually just flourish this year and really be one of the breakout players of 2023. That has not happened. He's actually regressed. He looks worse. The question is, though, I mean, who do you turn to instead of Patrick Jones? You put Anthony Barr out there as an edge rusher. Do you try moving Andre Carter to his side and let him just wreak havoc? Why not? I think anything other than Patrick Jones would be an upgrade. Look at who's on the practice squad. We got Austin Bryant and Quincy Roche. A couple other options there who can play outside linebacker. So I know Pat Jones is rotating in, doesn't get a ton of work every single game, but when you're out there, you got to make those snaps count. He's not doing it. I think we can see less of Pat Jones and maybe try somebody else moving forward. Speaking of moving forward, a guy who supposed to do that from keeping us from moving backwards, flipping field position, is our punter, Ryan Wright. And obviously, when it comes to the punter, you always want to see less of your punter because that means your offense is doing their job, putting points on the board and not being in punt situations. But when you are the punter and you're asked to do your job, you have to do it. You have to perform. And when you're called out by your head coach in a press conference saying how you have to get better, it's not just about booming punts. It's about placement. It's about, pinning opponents inside the 10-yard line. Ryan Wright had a chance to do it against the Bears. Again, I hate the fact that KOC even played it that way. I think he should have been more aggressive, gone for the win there. But you put on your punter to set your defense up to have a long field for the opponent, and he kicks like a 26-yard punt. Not good. Ryan Wright just hasn't been great all season long. I mean, we've seen him last year. A guy I actually thought was Pro Bowl worthy. Didn't quite make it. This year, he's having definitely a regression. So we'll see. Less of Ryan Wright means your offense is doing better, but also means maybe I know there's 5 games left. Do you make a change at punter? Probably not, but seeing less of him is something I think every Minnesota Viking fan wants. And the fact that we're even calling on our punter here means that, we're pretty happy with most guys who are out there. Last one. I think everybody can agree with this one. I'm going to put a little bit of a star next to this because I think it's the way he's being used or been recently used. But quarterback Josh Dobbs, we want to see less of him after the bye. Whether that means he is not the starter, whether it goes to Nick Mullins, Jaron Hall, seems to be everybody's wish is to have Jaron Hall out there. I think really if it's not Josh Dobbs, they're probably going to turn to Nick Mullins first. But I want to see less of Josh Dobbs being used as a pocket passer. Why was he dropping back? Why did KOC take his legs away from him? The Denver game, the Bears game, let the guy run, simplify things, give him a couple reads, not there, take off with your legs. That's what Josh Dobbs does. That's what he was doing when the Vikings offense was succeeding with him as the quarterback. When you try to put him as a pocket passer, make him Kirk Cousins, this is what happens. 4 interceptions, disgusting performance in one of the worst football games that's ever been played in the history of the NFL. We all had to sit through that shit show, and it's because Josh Dobbs was being asked to do something he cannot do. Simplify things, let him use his legs, encourage him to use his legs. That's the Josh Dobbs I want to see. I never want to see the Josh Dobbs that we saw against the Bears. And hopefully that's not Josh Dobbs. I do think it was a little bit of him being asked to do stuff he's not comfortable with. So if you've ever been asked to do stuff you're not comfortable with, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know if there's any Vikings that I did not mention that you want to see less of after the bye. Also, remember to hit the subscribe button And definitely remember to keep your skull in your hole.